All right, so it says, what are the solutions to this quadratic equation? Heck, I don't know. Now, well, remember, we got to make sure it looks like this. Ax squared plus bx plus c, and then we plug that into the quadratic formula. We're not there yet. So I have 3x squared minus x equals 11. What do I need to do? Anybody know? What should Mr. Adams do? Subtract 11. And what purpose does that serve? What are we trying to accomplish? Set it equal to 0, make it equal 0, yep. So I got 3x squared minus x minus 11 equals 0. All right, so now we're cooking with gas. So what is A? 3. What is B? -1, right? So it's a -1. What is C? -11. Cool. So now I'm just going to plug that into the formula. X equals -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2 times a. B is -1, right? So it's negative, and then b is -1 time, or plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is -1 squared, minus 4 times a is 3, times c, which is -11. Oh man, that's going to be a big number. 121. And then 2 all over 2 times a, and a is 3. Is it 121? Or no, it's 132, I think. So it'd be 133 altogether. Hey, yeah, look at that. So, sorry, Mr. Adams was doing the math in his head. So the next step, a negative of a negative is a positive, so that's +1, plus or minus the square root of +1. Now, if you multiply this out, -4 times 3 is a -12. -12 times -11 is a +132. Now, if you're saying to yourself, Mr. Adams, I can't do that type of math in my head, that's all right. You can do it on the calculator. So just to verify, to make sure, you just plug it in your calculator. So I would say -4 times 3 times -11. Well, bam with bacon sizzle, it's +132. Now, I know it's a +133. In other words, this is going to add up to 133 because all of my options are the square root of 133. Now, I think 133 is actually a prime number. I could be wrong, but I don't think there's definitely not a square coming out of it. All over 6. So I think that our final answer is this, which would be A. But let me just double check real quick here. Now, how could I double check that? Well, I got to make sure it's simplified. I'm pretty sure it's A. So let's see where we're at on this. Oh, somehow I switched to a different. Huh. There it is. What problem is that? Was that 14? Yeah, it's definitely A. So now what do? I'm going to need to double check this on the calculator. So pull out your calculator And let's see. So if I clear this out, I'm going to hit the program button. Quadratic formula. Hit enter again. What was my A term? What do I plug in here? 3. All right, good. What was my B term? -1. Don't use the minus sign. Use the -1 sign. All right, -1. Then what was C? -11. Now, when you hit enter, it's going to give you these decimals. So I could double check that by plugging in 1 plus, in parentheses, the square root of 133, hit the right cursor, close my parentheses, divided by 6, and yep, that one works. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing. Here's a little trick. If you hit second and enter, it puts in the last entry that you entered. Now I'm just going to scroll over here and change the plus sign to the minus sign. What? You're welcome. Oh, but I didn't change it. What am I doing, man? I need to rethink my life. All right, so we do that. All right, there we go. Got the other answer. So it worked. That's it. That's how you do that.